You may be. Welcome to another episode of your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, so
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Man, we made it, guys. We got all the way to the end of this damn week. It was a little bit long and it's strenuous, but hey, we got through it. We are here for you guys. So, yeah, how is everything with you today, Jay? What's going on, my brother?
it's the same every day, man.
Same, same. Did
Make
you,
money, lift weights, and do business. I live a very simple life these days, man.
yeah,
I don't go and enjoy this or and that until I hit my goals. Everything's just pretty much it's very simple for me.
right. I know how it is. But hey, we on that path, brother. We hitting them goals. We're gonna do it soon, so we're
Oh, I
there.
know.
We are there. Um, so I got a little bit of a funny story. I was at work today, right?
Yeah,
And these three ladies came in. They were all like friends, somewhat, and they came in. I want to say like around 1 p.m.
yeah,
Came in, spoke to me. I went out my way. It was hella nice to them. Brought a car down for them, but they didn't want to test drive it or nothing. And the lady was driving a Mazda, and we have Mazda right next to my dealership. So she's like, you know what? I don't want to test drive it just yet. I want to go and check out Mazda first. So she went to Mazda, bro, and then I was like, dude, there's no way. Like Subaru is such a better like quality and like it's so much better. She's gonna love the Subaru over the Mazda. She'll be back. So I let her go to Mazda, and sure enough, dude, she took like 3 hours at Mazda, bro. So she literally didn't get out of Mazda until like 5 or 6 p.m. So she basically dealt with that sales guy the whole time. I already thought I lost the deal, but the funny part was that the manager that is usually for Subaru, he was working Mazda today because on Thursdays and Fridays the Mazda manager is off. So he basically gets the money and the deals that whatever he does for Mazda, even though he's my manager for Subaru.
yeah.
So after like a few hours, I noticed that they didn't come back to me. The manager, my manager, he was going back to Mazda, and I asked him real quick, like, "Yo, what's going on with the deal? Like, are they coming back? Like, what's going on?" I thought he was gonna be on my side, and bro, he kind of like he didn't blow up at me, but he basically like he did that boss shit, and he was like, "Oh, why don't you mind your own business and get back to your deals?" Blah blah blah. Like the way he said it was just like,
Wow.
"Oh." Like, because he's usually hella cool with me, bro. Like we're like friends. Like you know what I mean. Like you don't treat me like that at all. And this time around, and then I thought about it. Like I had to calm down for a second because I was like, look at this motherfucker. Like what the fuck, you know? Except for Friday, that's why I can cuss, by the way. But so I was like, yeah, man, what's going on with that? Like, and then at the end of it all, I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? They spent all this time with their other salesman at Mazda, and at the end of the day, he couldn't like they wanted to come back to me. He couldn't get the deal to come because I like basically like 6 p.m. They ended up coming back to me. And long story short, I got the deal done. I got them on the Subaru they wanted, and I closed them. So that's why I'm actually a little bit late to the show today. My apologies. I had to
Yeah.
get it done, but yeah, bro, like it was just crazy. You know what I mean? The way it all worked today because they spent all day at the dealership, and at the end of it all, bro, I knew the one thing they really wanted was just to get pampered because they spent the whole day at a dealership with Mazda with me before, and they kept giving me these like ridiculous kind of like requests type thing, which like
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna cater to them and do everything I can so I get the deal, and it happened, bro. And it was just about just going a little bit above and beyond. So yeah, that was kind of my story for the day. Kind of crazy what happened, but yeah, man, I got through it, brother. Got through it. Got another sale, and we are on our way, my friend. We are on our way.
Good. But the manager person, he's not no problems.
Oh no, he came back like after he saw that the deal was done with me. He
Oh,
came
okay.
back to me and he was like, good job, Chris. He like took me to the side. He's like, you did an excellent job. And then I told my other manager the story, and the other manager, like my main manager, he was hella laughing. He was like, "Oh, bro, he shouldn't have got mad because he gets like he's still like it's still like a deal that since he's the Subaru manager in reality that he still benefits from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know.
But I understand it was a spare of the moment type feeling, and he probably got a little bit frustrated because his sales guy spent like 3-4 hours with them trying to close them on a Mazda. He couldn't do it because the manager knew that I dug in pretty deep with them. Like I knew that they would give me a chance before they go back and buy a Mazda. That they knew I knew they liked the quality of our vehicle a little bit better. I sold them. I sold them on the whole thing beforehand. So I put in my work, bro, and it paid off. That's what mattered.
Good. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Shout out to the 33 people watching. By the way, it is F5 Friday, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. And we can officially get into some Jay, did you know facts today. Let's see what we got for Jay today. Jay, did you know that Lil Wayne reached a new career low with his latest album sales?
No, but I reported on it the other day, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
But, I didn't even listen to it, but yeah, I heard it was weak. So
we actually reported. We played, like, I think of the F5 Friday before. We played, or two Fridays before that. Didn't we play one of the songs from his albums? And we were like,
he said it was the most popular one, and it sucked.
And it sucked, and we were both like, nah. If this sucks, that means that the whole album sucks. And I guess that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, so I don't know. Yeah, I ain't commenting on Wayne shit because I didn't hear it. So I know when Drake releases his new shit, though, it's gonna be fire. Because he's coming out with his own album with no Party Next Door, just his own album. I've heard the snippets. Yeah. This shit is flame. Wait till that new Drake drop, bro. That shit is fire.
Fire for sure, bro.
I already heard a few of those tracks, man. Oh, fuck. So,
Jay, did you know that for 4th of July, Max streaming platform is going to release the movie Sinners?
No, I didn't know.
That's a big deal, bro, because Sinners is still fairly new in the market, For Max to be able to get it. But HBO, they always be getting exclusive shit like that,
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Exactly. All right, my friend Jay, did you know that Iran's nuclear scientists were reportedly killed simultaneously using some kind of special weapon?
Well, no, I didn't know that.
It says that the details of the weapon were barred from publication.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know.
But that's kind of crazy, bro. They used a special secret weapon, and they killed their, nuclear scientists.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yep. That is crazy. Let me see, Jay. Did you know that it's that geologists have discovered the largest gold deposit ever recorded with what does it say? My bad. With over $80 billion in minerals.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yep, it's in China.
Oh, China.
China about to be rich. Let's see, Jay, did you know that there's an ex-college basketball player that is testifying against P. Diddy about how he got extremely creative on drugs?
Which one? I'm curious.
I don't know if it even says.
It probably won't.
It says, who worked recently for She Daddy Combs as a personal assistant, testified as the music goes. It says maybe Brendan Paul. Brendan Paul.
That's who it is?
That's what it says, yeah.
Okay.
He was a former Syracuse University basketball player.
Damn, okay, so he played for Cuse.
Yep. Kind of crazy. All right, what else do we got? Let's see. It says that, Jay, let me see. Did you know this? That these are kind of hard to report on because we talk about them a lot, but I mean, screw it since it is kind of a Jay, did you know topic. Jay, did you know that it says that Toyota stuns the world with a breakthrough new combustion engine with zero emissions?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, so they just, I guess, figured out a new hydrogen combustion engine. But all of them are doing that. Like, I think Honda's doing that too. So this is not like, this is something that they've already been working on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Jay, did you know that that nuclear attack I just reported on with the Iranian nuclear scientist that got killed?
Yeah.
Did you know that Russia had its own scientists in there and they had to actually pull them out from that bombing that they had done there?
No.
Yeah, so that's kind of screwed up, man. They had to actually pull them out.
Damn.
Yeah. Jay, did you know it says that there's volcanic gold that was actually just discovered in Hawaii?
I did not know.
Yeah. Hawaii might get a little bit rich too now.
That's where Zuckerberg's new bunker's at.
Yeah, exactly. So he already probably knew ahead of time, you know?
Of course. The new smart city going to be over there, remember?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, Jay, did you know that in the US of A, they are ending the benefit that allow drivers to drive with an expired license without immediate renewal? Millions of drivers will have to renew right away from now on.
I didn't know.
Yeah. All right. Huh. Jay, did you know that in Montana there was a rare summer-winter storm, and it's supposed to strike with 2 feet of snow this weekend?
Oh, this weekend?
Wow. Uh-huh.
So crazy, damn windy here, man. It's annoying. Checking in my guests and all that wind here. I'm like, damn, bro.
No, I know. Jay, did you know that the Colombia protester Mahmoud Khalil got freed from the ICE detention? I don't know if you remember, but we reported on him a while back.
I don't remember the name.
Okay. Yeah, so they were like, he was like a big name, I guess, and they like reported on him, and or we reported on him afterwards. You know.
Yeah.
All right, let me go over some top 10, or in this case, I guess it'll be top what? Well, some of your top dog breeds that are most at risk in scorching heat waves. Since right now, you know, a lot of the countries are getting heat waves. This is something that you, Jay, personally do not have to really worry about. For your dog, at least. Even though your dog have a thick fur.
Yep. Triple coat.
You got that triple coat dog.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me get into it for you guys. I'm just trying to pull it up because it's one of those articles that is very hard to pull up. So hold on one second. I'm going to try to pull it up for you guys. So this is a the dog that I'm gonna go with top 10 dog breeds. 10 dog breeds. For the summer. Let's see what we get. Okay, guys. So these are the top 10 heat tolerant dog breeds. Okay, just in case, because I know it is getting kind of hot. So you'll know if you have this particular dog, that you'll be pretty okay knowing that they take the heat pretty well. At number 10, we have the American Hairless Terrier, which is a dog from the US of A. No fur means no overheating, so they are safe. At number 9, you have the Italian Greyhound, which is from Italy, of all places. And they are sensitive to cold, but they thrive in warm, sunny weather. At number 8, we have the Dalmatian, which, if you didn't know, is originally from Croatia. And those historically ran alongside carriages, good in warm climates. At number 7, we have the Greyhound, which is from ancient Egypt and Europe as well, and they are surprisingly good house pets that handle heat well. At number 6, we have the Whippet from England. They don't overheat easily and prefer lounging in the sun.
Oh, that's right.
At number 5, we have the Azawak. It's a West African dog, bred for running in intense heat. True desert runners. At number 4, we have the Pharaoh Hound. It is a dog from Malta, well suited for desert-like conditions. And for your top 3, we have at number 3 that is the Ibizan Hound. Ibizan Hound. It is from Spain, from the Balearic Islands, adapted to running in hot Mediterranean weather. At number 2, we have your one and only Chihuahua from Mexico. Great for hot weather, but should avoid overexposure due to small size. So be careful if you do have a Chihuahua. And that's your number 1 spot for the most heat-tolerant dog breed. You are the number 1, which is the Basenji, also a dog from Africa, built for hot climates with minimal grooming needs. I don't know if you can tell, Jay, but all these dogs pretty much follow a pattern of being hairless, no fur.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so that's why they are very heat-tolerant breeds.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you. Shout out to the 36 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. And let us move on. What's up to everybody, by the way? Please do not be scared and give us some comments if you do want to talk to us and say what's up. But for now, let us get into some sports news. What is going on? We do not have any NBA or NHL. Those are done for now. NBA, I think, is again tomorrow, Jay? NBA? When is the next game?
No, Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, so yeah. So we got till Sunday. But as far as that, we do have MLB games happening. So let us get in and see what's happening in MLB.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if there's any current games right now. Let's see. There should be if there's West Coast ones. Let's see. Let's pull it up. There is 1, 2, 3, 5 current games right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we got 5 current games. So we got the Red Sox and Giants playing here in this nice win. Red Sox are up 6-5 in the top of the 7th. Dodgers and Nationals, they're in the top of the 7th as well. Dodgers are up 6-4. The A's and Guardians, A's are playing in SAC right now, and they're up 5-1, and it's the top of the 9th. So that looks like the A's are going to get a W.
Where are the Guardians from? I never even heard of that team before, bro.
It's the Indians. That's all it is.
Indians? Like Indiana?
Cleveland Indians. They're renamed to the
really?
Yeah, they renamed them to the Guardians.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they did that a couple years back, just to one of those weird things. So
right. I understand.
Yeah. You got the Royals and Padres. The Royals are up 5-4 on the Padres in the top of the 8th. And you got the Astros and Angels tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 8th, but the Angels have bases loaded. So we will see. In the Astros game, I know that let me see if this is the Astros, right? I'm pretty sure. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Earlier in the game, he had the pitcher Hunter Brown, and he was trending for hitting Zach Neto from the other team. Like the benches were clear, they were about to fight, but they didn't let it happen.
Oh wow.
That shit hurts. It's never fun getting hit by a baseball.
Hell no.
Especially if it's 90, 95 miles per hour. That's never never a fun feeling, dude. So yeah, Zach Nato was very pissed off, and the ump had to restrain him because he wanted to go fight him.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, bench is cleared and all that, but that was earlier in the game, so they are squared away at 2-2 now, though. So, but yeah, so those are all the current games right now. Let's see the games from earlier. Diamondbacks beat the Rockies 14-8. Brewers beat the Twins 17-6. Damn, those are some high-scoring games. Cardinals beat the Reds 6-1. Phillies beat the Mets 10-2. Marlins beat the Braves 6-2. White Sox beat the Blue Jays 7-1. Rays beat the Tigers 14-8. Orioles beat the Yankees 5-3. Rangers beat the Pirates 6-2. And the Mariners beat the Cubs 9-4. A lot of games today.
You want to know some fun facts?
What?
Do you know What is the fastest pitch ever recorded?
102. Or no, 103. Forgot, actually.
So there was a guy named Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
Holds the official record for the fastest pitch ever recorded in MLB at 105.8.
No way. He didn't pitch 105. You're full of it.
This was thrown on September 24th, 2010 for the Cincinnati Reds against the San Diego Padres.
Damn, he threw that fast when he was a rookie. Jesus.
Yep. But if you want to know who holds the record for the fastest pitch that actually hits somebody, you got the record is held by Felipe Vasquez of the Pittsburgh Pirates, who hit Mike Moustakas with a 100.5 mile per hour pitch on June 1st, 2025.
Terrible.
Yeah, so this is recent, bro. This is like super recent.
Yeah, that just happened. Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
That literally just happened.
Uh-huh. I want to see what that must have felt like. I need to pull that up, bro.
Yeah, it's no fun, bro. Never any fun.
I want to see for the Average Day Joes. That might be my Effort Friday video today for you guys. It's going to show Mike Moustakas getting struck by a 100.5 mile per hour pitch.
Terrible. Very terrible.
That's going to be
not a good feeling, bro.
That won't get us copyrighted. Hopefully not.
No, I don't think so.
Damn. But that's yeah, bro. I definitely. Yeah.
That's a terrible feeling, man. Like,
see that?
Especially, that's painful, man.
That was recent. It says. Damn, doesn't even show it. Yeah, it won't even show it, bro. Oh no, it does. I guess. Is this? No, this was, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can pull it up or not for you guys.
There you go. Watch out, bud. Sorry.
Do you have any other trending sports topics?
Not in baseball.
No,
not in baseball. Only in NFL, I believe it was.
NFL. All right, what you got for us in the NFL trending topics?
It was let me see. Let me pull it up. It was Kyle Juszczyk. He was training with his wife. He plays for the Niners, and that was trending in football today. It was funny because she was trying to do all his same training day skills together. So it looked cool though.
Oh really?
You know? Yeah, they made a little video. Yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty funny.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was the only thing trending in the sports. Obviously, you got the game on Sunday, for NBA. But
right.
But that's pretty much it. All the baseball ones that are going on right now. That's it.
And you're saying that the Pacers are going to take that for sure, right?
Take what?
The championship.
No, they're going to lose royally, easily. It's common sense. The only reason they even got to that level is because OKC, NBA was like, you know how it works, politics. We need a game 7, bro. Don't play. They were down by 10, 15, 20, 30. They were like, cool, we got you.
We shall see. We do have a $20 virtual bet on this game, so we shall see.
I don't even, like I said, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Because you wouldn't bet me in hockey. I tried, but you didn't do it, and I would have won.
So that's because it's my first time watching hockey ever.
Mine too, bro. I don't watch hockey. We were on the same.
But why would I ever bet on something that I don't know? I don't bet like that.
I'm saying you always try to have it like favored in your way. So I'm always like having to.
That's the only time to bet because I never. I don't even initiate bets ever.
I'm a betting man.
That's the funny part.
Oh no, that's why I don't go to Vegas. Anyway,
it's all good.
Yeah, that was. And so, do you have any other sports trending topics or no?
No.
Okay. Then we shall move on and find out who is fighting in tomorrow's UFC fight night, because we do have some fights going on. So let me see. Let me pull these up. So tomorrow, for your featherweight first fight, that will be Mohammed Imov against Bogdan Grad. Mohammed is 12-3. Bogdan is 15-2. Should be a good fight. Not sure who's going to get that one. Your lightweight, you got Nazim Sadikov against Nicolas Moda. Nazim is 10-1. Nicolas Moda is 15-5. I got Nazim on that one. Then you got your catchweight, which is Tofik Muzayev against Mistebek Orabai. Tofik is 22-5, while Mizbek is 13-2. And that one, I'll go for Mizbek. Then you got your heavyweights. You got Curtis Blades back in the house. He's 18-5 against Rizvan Kuniev, who's 12-2. It's going to be a tough one for Curtis, man. Anytime I see a V at the end of their name, I know they are somewhat of a Khabib-type fighter, and I will always go for them. Then for your lightweight co-main event tomorrow, you're going to have Rafael Fiziev against Ignacio Bahamondes. That's going to be tough, but I will go for Rafael. He is a great fighter. He has lost a couple, including one to my Polish brother. But, yeah, he's a great fighter, and I think he's through tomorrow. And then for your main event tomorrow on your light heavyweight star fighting, it's going to be Jamal Hill against Khalil Roundtree. It's going to be a tough one for both. Jamal is 12-3, while Khalil is 14-6. Khalil is one of those guys. He just doesn't go down. He takes everything, and yeah, man, he can get kind of brutal. So it'll be a brutal fight. Expect that. Let me just check real quick if there's any prelim fighters that I know that are fighting. Not really, so I will not even mention them. But it'll be worth checking them out. So tomorrow's fight, prelims are at 9 a.m. and then your main card is at 12 p.m. That's Pacific, West Coast time. So yeah, just look out for that. It is an early fight tomorrow. All right, guys, that is our sports trending topics going on right now. Shout out to the 43 people watching. Let us get into our main trending topics for the day. Let us see what is going on. It looks like the big man is out to get Iran, and they hit him with an earthquake today. A 5.1 magnitude quake rattles northern Iran amid Israel war. So yeah, it says that it was the country was repeated waves. It has been getting pounded with repeated waves of airstrikes by Israel, and the quake, which I see measured at 5.2 of 6 miles, 3 miles southwest of the city of Semnan, the USGS says. So yeah, kind of weird because you are getting a whole bunch of missile strikes there going on. So that could be also part of the reason why they're feeling rattling. But yeah, from what it does look like the U.S. Geology Survey they were able to measure that it did happen. So it does look like they were struck with an earthquake as well, as including with all the airstrikes and everything going on. So that's gonna be kind of crazy, but yeah. It is what it is. It is happening. So we are reporting on it because it is news, and people do make connections. They put everything together. If it is or isn't something, that's maybe a little bit out of the ordinary. Anyway, let us move on to our next trending topic that Jay got for you guys about the autonomous vehicles that NHTSA is talking about.
So they will, the Department of Transportation, the NHTSA, that the part of it is they're allowing up to 2,500 autonomous vehicles per manufacturer per year to be put in circulation. That includes GM and Ford, as well as Google, Waymo, Zoox, Tesla. So you're going to see a lot of them on the road.
So basically, every single company that's going to have a robo-type taxi, they're going to allow 2,500 of them.
Yeah, that's your cap at the start.
And what about all the Waymos that are already out?
There's many Waymos. I think there's way more than that, but I don't know how that works, and so I don't know if that's what they say. I don't know if that's nationwide or if that's by state. I don't know how they're going to do that. Who knows? I have no idea.
Probably only. Yeah, I mean, I doubt they're going to let Waymo, out of all people, just keep all their shit on, and then everybody else has to follow this kind of law.
Waymo has already more than 2,500 out, dude. It's not even close. I know when not you know how Uber bought Cruise? When Cruise was out, they had at least over 3,000, and that was here. That was here alone. Yeah, for sure. Their fleet was crazy big. They outnumbered Waymo like 5 or 10 to 1 when they were out.
Right.
So that's why Uber bought their cars, because they had so many. But yeah, so I don't think that's. I think that's coming up. I don't know if that's that's what they said that they were going to do, but I don't think that that's right now this second, because Elon also is starting on Sunday. You remember how you were saying they were going to put it off? He said no, I'm starting on Sunday.
Oh, he really?
He's starting on Sunday. He doesn't care. He said he's moved on from. He's on Sunday. It's going. He doesn't care.
Really?
So Austin, Texas is starting. Yeah, he said fuck Detroit. He said I'm starting in Austin on Sunday. So as of Sunday, it's going to be started. He's on a mission, bro. There's no you can't really say something to someone when they're like, a very powerful dude. You know what I'm saying? So Sunday you will be able to get your Waymo in ATX. Look out for it. That's pretty tight, man. Yeah, if I was an ATX, I'd be like, hey, Waymo, what up? Definitely. They're always posted up by like last night I was getting home pretty late, and there was like a couple chilling on the hill, I was like, oh, they're just posted right here. Really? Waiting. Yeah, because they were waiting. So when they're posting like that, they're posting on the hill too, and I was like, oh, they're probably waiting for calls.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I was like, in SF they're always posted. They have certain spots they always post, always by Seniors, over by Sloat. Like there's hella spots that I know Waymo posts. But it's funny because now when I exit the freeway, I get off right there and I always see a few Waymos right there on Larkspur. I'm like,
oh, bro. I know they're taking over, bro.
Well, they're everywhere, man. It's that's what I mean. I know they have way more. So like I said, Cruise had over 3,000 vehicles. So I know that I know Waymo's got way more than that, dude.
Yeah.
Because remember, Waymo, Waymo's not just here. They're in hella cities, bro. All the way from here to Miami.
I know. You
know what I'm saying? So you can't say, oh, yeah, you can put a cap on 2,500 across the whole nation. Are you crazy?
No, that's crazy.
Like, dude, that I could understand. That's what I mean. Maybe by city. Okay. I get where you're going here. By city. But not like across the nation. Are you crazy? You know what I mean? So
they already put way too much money into it. They're not going to take that kind of hit.
That's what I'm saying. Each car, just for example, each Waymo car, what's that, like 400K, 500K? Like just the car alone, like, with everything, with all the cameras. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, are you joking? And it's a Jag? Bro, stop. Easily. It probably starts at 300, and then with all the technology and everything, probably goes up to like 400 easily, dude. Those things are expensive. Very expensive. I don't think Elon's are that expensive because he was making his robo taxis like, what was it, 50K?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I think, and the Cruise ones were pretty cheap. I know the Cruise ones were cheap. Those were like the little, what were they, Volts or Bolts? I can't remember what they're called. They were like Chevy, I can't remember the name of. They were like the little compact cars,
Yeah.
So Uber, I don't know. We'll be here. I guarantee you we'll hear about the Uber ones later in the year. Right now Uber still got their fleet of drivers, that.
Yeah, exactly.
But towards the end of the year, I'm sure like towards September, October, November, you'll start to hear, hey, we got our autonomous vehicles now, when they've, because I see them driving around all the time with humans now, but I'm sure that's going to be ending. Yeah, I'd say towards the end of the year, they'll probably release their fleet of autonomous vehicles.
Yeah. It says that Waymo that Waymo pays to for like a fully equipped Jaguar.
Yeah.
With all the technology, they pay up to $250 per.
Yeah. So that it makes sense. $250K. Yeah, I would think so. Remember, a lot of them have those custom designs on it now.
Right.
You seen them with the custom designs? I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Well, they're trying to get their extra sales on it, you know?
Right.
Pretty cool, man. But yeah, so by next year, like I said, I don't think you'll see any more at least out here, you won't see any more like human drivers. You'll see mostly all AI drivers.
Yeah.
By 2026, I'm saying by January.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
it'll be done. Yeah, gone.
Even you with a Tesla that you're gonna get.
Yeah, we'll see when. It's not really in my plan right now. I'm that type that, when he releases, all right, cool. Oh, is it the second generation yet? For the AI, I'll be like, all right, cool. He perfected it now. All right, cool. All right. I like to wait. I'm one of those people. I want it perfected before I get something.
Right.
So we'll see how his AI works, man. Starting on Sunday, bro.
Yeah.
I knew he was. They were. I don't remember I don't know if I said it or you said it, but it was like, oh yeah, you were gonna have to put it off. I was like, yeah, right. You think Elon's gonna put that off? He's been working his ass off trying to get that shit going now. It was supposed to be June 12th. I remember June 12th was his launch date, and then he had to put it off, and that's why it's the 22nd now.
Oh, okay.
So it was supposed to be the 12th, and then he had that whole little whatever. Remember there were like some shakeup or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was like, nah, bro, we're going on Sunday. So nice. I'm like, yeah, it's dope. I'm excited to see it.
We gotta stick it to the man, brother. That's how we do it, man. That's how Tesla does it. Elon.
Yeah, it's Elon, man. So
I like his products, man. I don't care what anybody else says or thinks, bro. If they like him or not. He has a good product. I mean, he really does. Like, well, I'm not gonna deny that.
Yes, he does. He yeah, for sure. You know what I mean?
I got a Tesla, man.
Of course.
Jay, what you think about all this like new weather terminology they be using that we never heard of growing up? Like, for instance, during the summers now, they're always talking about, oh, there's a heat dome coming over the US of A, and it's going to trap all these temperatures. Like, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man. I don't really pay. I'm blessed enough to live. We live in an area where it's the same weather all year round, man.
Yeah.
So like I was telling my guests today, because they were like, man, they're from Canada, and they're like, man, what I would give to have this weather, like, because I was like, it's so windy. I'm sorry about that, like, oh man, this weather's it's great, man. And I was like, yeah, they were just happy, because it was cool where they came from. So they've been all around, right? They're like, oh, it was scorching hot over here and there, and I was like, man, well, you're in the weather where we have the same weather all year round. You feel the temperature right now? Just imagine this without the wind. That's how it is all year here.
Yeah,
I wear shorts all year long. I literally do. I wear shorts. I mean, that to me, you can't get more luxurious than that, man.
How's your freaking fence holding up in this wind, bro? This shit's crazy. What's happening right now?
And it's only 40, 45. So if it's
pretty,
if it's 65, so 60, 65, 70 mile per hour, then so I've barricaded my fence with a lot of stuff, so it hasn't even moved. But when it gets to those 60, 70 mile per hour winds and that, then I always go look, because I'm like, should I reinforce, put some more things,
Got you.
Yeah. So at this rate right now, it's fine. Last night it was about 45 as well, But
really?
yeah, I live in like a wind tunnel up here on the hill, bro.
I'm at work, like in Burlingame, and it was really windy today, bro. Like really windy. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it was like 40, 45. Like I said, when it gets above the 60s, that's when I like have to really be like, hey, come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, I don't know the weather technologies, man. I don't really follow the weather and stuff. Like I said, I kind of look sometimes just to see, but it's always the same, it's always the same.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's the way it is, brother.
I know. I love it. Like I said, I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Yeah. So I mean,
I
like I
really
said,
wouldn't.
we're blessed, but they're saying already that there's another heat dome which is going to blanket much of the U.S. with worrisome temperatures in the Midwest, of all
Sounds right.
places.
Well, all the rest of the U.S. gets all that crazy weather, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's winter, summer, spring, fall, they get the 4 seasons. We have our one season, and then in winter, sometimes we'll get your, atmospheric rain, that lasts.
It's just weird to me because this is what it says. It says a heat dome occurs when a large area of high pressure in the upper atmosphere acts as a reservoir that traps heat and humidity. And so basically, this is the thing, Jay. When me and you were growing up, we had something that worked in conjunction with this high pressure and low pressure systems that were coming in, and that was called the jet stream. And I remember for years they were telling us how the jet stream is getting weaker and this and that. And then all of a sudden, one day they just stopped reporting about the jet stream overall. Like they're like never even talking about the jet stream no more. And I got a feeling because now these are like all these new occurrences that we never had to go through before with these heat domes and then these polar vortexes and all this. I think that has a lot to do with the jet stream. And I think in a way they might have like killed the jet stream, bro, where it's not moving the air the way that it used to, or maybe it got really weak now. And that's why it's trapping all this like heat that it never used to trap like that before. And it's getting much hotter because of that,
Could be.
Yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. Because even in my city in Poland, where my mom's at right now,
yeah,
she was telling me that it's super humid over there, bro, and it never used to be humid ever over there.
I can't stand humidity, bro.
Super humid, bro.
It would suck if it was humid here. Oh, I hate humidity.
Bro, like, dude, Poland is hella high up north. They shouldn't be humid at all like that, bro. And it's humid over there, man.
Yeah, humidity sucks, dude. Like that's why, like, like Texas, New York, Miami, all that humidity. Ugh, that is horrible.
It's just getting worse and worse because, like I said, the jet stream is getting weaker. All this stuff is getting trapped in like the air now. It's not moving as fast anymore out, and it's just getting stuck for days now. Same thing with the polar vortex. It's all works in conjunction, with each other.
Yeah.
So it sucks, man. But that's really what's happening for everybody who's wondering what's going on with this new terminology of weather terms we never heard of. So anyway, let us move on to our next. We got some pretty crazy news over here. Jay's about to report on about which is actually what our title of the show is about. Tim Waltz. What you got for us, brother?
Well, the Minnesota governor, he was implicated in an assassination plot against U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar, according to allegations made by the assassin Vance Bolter. He told the FBI that in a letter that Tim Waltz asked him to kill the senator Amy Klobuchar so that Waltz could take her seat. That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a trip, man. Like, so so that letter has sparked a lot of investigation into the claims, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy, I don't know much about the the assassin or his what his intentions or anything or why he revealed all this, you know what I mean? But that's just kind of crazy to hear.
Was the other senator that Tim Waltz like trying to take out, were they a Democrat, Republican,
I believe Waltz is Democrat.
No, he's a Democrat, but who was he trying to take out?
I don't know. Amy Klobuchar. I don't know who that is.
Klobuchar? Yeah.
U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar. I don't know. But that's this is all in the letter. And it's kind of crazy, man, like came out at a random time too. So
damn. Oh, she's Democratic, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, but
he's trying to take out his own people, brother. Damn. Okay, I see what you're doing too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about Tim Waltz, but yeah,
But you know why he's trying to take her out, right?
I don't. I don't.
It says that she's serving as the senior United States senator from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So he wants that position.
Yeah. So you think he just wants to go from governor to that?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of other ways to do that, but I mean, that's a quick way, I guess.
I mean, she's 65, bro, and I don't think they have term limits.
They don't. They really don't.
So yeah, she'll probably be there till she's like 85, bro. He ain't trying to wait another 20 years.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a trip when I read that. I was like, what? I'm like, okay, I see how you are. But yeah, so you haven't had a response back from Waltz yet or any of his people, so we'll see what he has to say.
It's true. Do you think it's true personally?
See, that's what I mean. I don't know how much merit, Vance Bolter, the assassin. Like I don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know his credibility. I don't know anything about him, So I don't know. I haven't done research like that to see if he's full of shit or he's actually telling the truth. I don't know why. I don't know why an assassin would even say anything like out of pocket. You're an assassin. People know you're an assassin. So why would he make this shit up unless he's trying to, getting paid extra? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it doesn't say he has any kind of proof or nothing, right?
No, but I mean, you're an assassin. That's what I mean. If you're an assassin, why are you gonna write in bullshit? That's what I mean. Unless you getting paid a lot, then yeah, I don't see why you would go to lengths to just write a letter to the FBI saying, hey, this blah, blah, everything has motive. So that's what I mean. I don't know who that person is. I'd have to look into that person if he's credible enough to even, if this makes sense. But obviously, it's got to have some kind of backing because this is headline news. You know what I'm saying? On X. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this isn't like it could be a smear campaign. It could be a smear campaign against Tim Waltz as well.
Why?
Like she could be doing it to him, like as a smear campaign.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. Unless we could figure out if he's getting paid, the assassin. That's what I mean. I don't know nothing about the assassin. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So yeah, it could go either way. But that's what I mean. That's what the investigation is all about. That's what they'll be doing tonight, tomorrow, for the next however long, putting the pieces together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's straight from that movie, the Will Smith movie.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying, though, man. Be careful who you trust.
Yep. All right. Let us move on and let's get into some cool technology news. Let me get into this. So it looks like Meta has new Oakley smart glasses coming in July, which boost the battery life and camera for these new glasses. These new glasses will sport a longer lasting battery life and higher resolution video. Meta's head of wearables explains what's new ahead of their release. So it's a new line of AI-enabled glasses joining Meta Ray-Bans, but they're coming with some notable improvements. Let's see what I got for you guys. The number one complaint we get about the glasses right now is battery life. Himmel said of the existing Meta Ray-Bans, but it's optimistic that the new Oakleys will be better. We're offering a pretty substantial boost, 40% better with both the hardware and software improvements. The new round frame glasses look sharp at first glance, and they should also bring some welcome performance boosts. Let me show you guys what these glasses look like, actually. This is what they look like now. They look kind of cool. I guess I can sport it. Why not? But yeah, so they're going to have higher resolution cameras, and they're going to have a longer battery life. The onboard camera still shifted off to the side, can shoot resolution, higher res wide angle video at 3K. The glasses will be available to pre-order July 11th, starting with a $4.99 special limited edition version, following up later in the summer with prices that range $3.99 and up for other models with a variety of light filtering lens options. So yeah, it could be kind of cool, man. I don't know. Have you ever? Do you know anything about smart glasses and stuff or no?
No, I saw them though in person. These ones you're showing. I had an eye doctor appointment like 2 weeks back, and they had them there.
Oh, okay.
They actually had a physical pair, so I was like, oh. So I was reading about it. It's
Nice.
literally, yeah. So I was like, oh wow. Yeah, I was reading about it. I don't know. I'm not really, yeah.
This is
I'm
an
not
Apple.
into all that yet, huh?
This is an Apple product. You should be all into this.
I don't know. I'm not into it yet. You know, I know our boy Nate has remember he had the visor. What was it called? The VR, remember?
Yeah.
From Apple. I forgot, you know. And so I saw that, but I mean like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not into it yet, you know. I know it's a wave of the future, so you won't need your phone. It's all right here, you know, but I don't know. Not sure. I don't know about these things. These are yeah. This isn't as technical as I was thinking, but I mean, it is a wave of the future, so I don't know.
Hey, so we got a message from Infinite Improbability AI, and they want to know, what does linked to Hitman, our title, mean? How is he linked? Tim Waltz's father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate is the Hitman, or that actually that's a
Are you
question.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I thought he said he was linked to the Hitman. I was like, what?
He's asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's not linked to the Hitman. That's a dead giveaway. You know? Oh, he's talking about your title?
Yeah, because we reported that the assassin is saying that he's linked to the Hitman.
Yeah, that's what the assassin said. Exactly. So what's your what?
No, his question is how is he linked, and that's how we're saying.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't know how credible the assassin is, but the assassin, says he's linked to him.
Exactly. The reason why the title says it's linked is because the assassin is claiming it, and we're trying to make the case of why would the assassin lie about something like that. So, but we're not saying that it's true. It's just a title at the end of the day. You know, we want people to click on it.
Well, he could be linked. He could be linked.
Yeah, because it could be. So we're not saying it is or isn't.
Yeah, he definitely could be linked to take her seat, like you said, remember?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out, though, the investigation.
Exactly. And yeah, I am showing everybody what the AI glasses can do when you have them on and stuff. Like there's like a
like I said, I before my eye appointment started, I was reading about it, and I put them on, you know, just to see how they felt, you know, just regular glasses. But I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna take, you know, I never even got an Apple Watch or anything. You know, I skipped that whole thing. But this could be a different different game changer, you know.
I mean, I'm watching the video of like what it does right now. It looks okay, but it looks like it's still very like it needs like a couple more years, like you say you like to wait.
That's what I'm saying. Wait for the second generation where they could really perfect something, you know what I mean? But I do know that is the future, so you won't have to be like with a phone. You'd be like, okay, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Like I said, it's commercial, and I'm not sure if those are Meta or Apple. Those might be the Apple ones, but basically they got like these two celebrities who are like watching, or like I think it's Chris Hemsworth or somebody, and they're like looking at a painting, and then they're just like with their glasses, they're able to like identify what that painting is, you know. And those like looked pretty cool. Like they can do a lot of they have a lot of different like cool features that they can tap into with those, you know.
Like I said, I know that's like future right there. So I don't know. You know, I'll look into it later, but you know, we'll see how it goes.
Right. All right. Well, let us move on and get into Jay's movie of the day. What are you watching, my friend? Some Fight Club or what?
It's the first rule, bro.
The soap.
Never talk about it. Never talk about it. But yeah, I love this movie, man. I was gonna put something else on, and then I saw this was on. I was like, I gotta do this, bro.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Sometimes it's called for, man. And this movie, I think everyone should watch. Like it's without a doubt one of the best movies. I think so, at least.
I definitely agree with you, but it's a movie that I feel like people should be warned that it has a much deeper meaning, because if you don't know that, then it's really easy to discredit the movie and just kind of be like, nah, this, like, I don't understand. Like, a lot of people wouldn't understand.
I don't know what that means.
Huh?
I don't understand what you mean.
I'm talking about how there's a really deep meaning to the movie, how it's not really him and his like friend, it's like him and his persona, like it's him and his inner him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that when they watch the movie for the first time.
Well, they're not supposed to know it. That you find out at the end of the movie.
But a lot of people can't associate that with the end of the movie because it's still, they never like really like portray it or say it.
Of course they do.
Not where
he puts it together, like, you know, when they show everything, because, you know, they show that he was the one with the chick, not Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know,
and you think that people can correlate everything at the end where they show that and they're like, oh yeah, that was just like double like personality type.
I would sure hope so if you watch the movie. Shit. Like that's the whole damn point of the movie, you know. I would sure hope if someone spent the time to watch the movie, they would be like, "Oh shit, it was him the whole time." Fuck, you know. I would sure fucking hope. It's like, or else they wasted 2 hours of their life. Like, hold on, what did I miss? That would be kind of funny, actually.
Because I'll give you a good example. Remember that movie with Bruce Willis? You know, the I See Dead People movie. What was the name of that movie?
I don't. What?
The movie with Bruce Willis and the little kid. Where he died.
Sixth Sense?
Yeah, Sixth Sense.
Sixth
Sense. Even though in the movie, like at the end, they kind of like showed, like, yes, he
same
was
thing. Dead. They showed it. Yeah, that's.
But even for me, I think I had to watch it twice before I actually linked it together, and I'm like, shit, now I understand. But the first time around, I didn't get it, bro. I was like, wait, like what just happened? I had to rewatch everything to kind of like understand, because I like in my head I was like, wait, is this what they're trying to say? But to make sure that it is that, you have to rewatch the movie, because then you're watching it from a whole different perspective of understanding that movie. And some people don't have it in them to rewatch that movie to actually be like, oh, okay, now I truly understand. Because it's like one of these things, bro. When you first watch the movie without knowing until the end, then none of it is making sense to you. And then unless you watch it again to get that second perspective, it's really hard to kind of put everything together. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't have those issues, but maybe maybe people do.
Well,
but this movie is anyone should watch this movie, because it's one of the best movies that definitely that I have seen, and it definitely has different hidden meanings too.
No, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of different shit in that. Like,
it's one of the best movies. That's and obviously the cast is strong. So
yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
definitely strong cast.
Yes.
So what is the movie about? Eggs? You know?
Basically, I forgot Edward Norton's name in the movie, but you basically have a guy who just a normal average day Joe, goes through everyday life. He's like he like what does he do? He evaluates. Remember?
Yeah.
He evaluates. He does what exactly was his job? Remember, he evaluates and types stuff in the computer. I can't remember exactly what he does. It was so simple. Yeah, it was so simple. And then like he basically, I don't want to give away the movie, but we're talking about that he basically has another side to him and then has a sidekick basically. And in order to change his everyday life, he ends up having his sidekick create this fight club, basically, where you kind of meet and you just start fighting each day to get rid of your everyday life to where you can just basically just let loose, you know what I mean, from your everyday life, you know. And then it starts growing and growing, and he's doing this in every city he travels to. So he has like different areas in every city, and he's creating these little clubs here, there. And while he's doing that too, he's also being his sidekick is being a soap salesman as well, you know, selling people their remember, it was soap made from their excess fat.
Right. Nasty shit.
Crazy shit. So instead, he even stopped making payments and got rid of his condo and went to go squat in just some random house because he wanted to change everything about his life.
Right.
Because he got tired of just the everyday, like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And just in the movie, there are so many different parts that lead up to like, damn, dude, this dude is actually really smart at the way he's doing stuff. You know what I mean? He ends up being a fucking leader of a fucking revolution, basically, you know? Right. Like, because he has hella people following him now because he gives people everyday tasks like, hey, I want you to go out and I want you to start blah, blah, blah against this guy. You know what I mean? Remember when the dude kept he kept spraying the priest with the water?
Uh-huh.
And then he, you know, because he wanted to engage a fight, but you don't fight back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, bro, yeah. It just, if you see this movie, man, it gets your mind into a whole nother level of like, fuck. It's actually fucking brilliant, dude. The shit that he does. Because that's what I mean. It's a lot deeper than just, oh yeah, we're gonna go in there and just fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is cool. It's an aspect we've gotten away in the world where if you have a problem with someone, just fucking fight. Who gives a fuck? You know, I sock you, you sock me. Guess what happens? Hey, bro, good fight, respect, go amongst your way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's not gonna happen.
No, I'm saying that's how it used to be. I used to love doing that, bro. I love getting in fights. What's wrong with the fight? What's wrong?
There's a big something wrong with the fight.
Are you joking right now? Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious, because if somebody got to fight your ass, they're gonna get knocked out in the first fucking swing that you swing at them with, and then they're gonna have to go to an emergency hospital, and they're gonna sue you, bro. Trust me, it's not even worth it this day and age. I guess.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We're missing that aspect in this day and age of respect. That used to be how people earn respect with each other. I don't like you, you don't like me. Simple little fight. Guess what? After the fight, hey, it was a good fight, bro. Cool. Go amongst your way, and you respect each other now. That's the aspect a lot of people this day and age are missing.
Of course.
Because we as guys, I'd say, even girls too, but as guys, we have a lot of animosity, testosterone, and shit we need to get out. And sometimes, you know, that's the type of shit that needs to happen. You know,
they're saying that the new generations are having less and less testosterone. So
exactly. Yes, they are. Exactly. And it's not just from what they're eating. It's because of how they behave as well. That's what I'm saying. They don't get to do. That's what I mean. They don't get to do that type of stuff. They say, hey, I got my gun. I got my whatever fucking weapon, because they can't do it, you know, themselves. It's stupid. You know what I mean? But that,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when they're getting their brains freaking, you know what I mean? Like, not like basically they're getting their brains rewired from a very young age by people like Adam Johnson's, and what happens then? Obviously, you know what I mean. Their way of thinking and the way of like being is totally different, which is not.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why we're missing that aspect. I remember, you know, in high school when we had a problem with someone, you fight. It was great. It was fucking great. And then everyone watches. Everyone watches. You duke it out. Hey, do you still fight after? No, it's a respect thing. All right, cool, done. You know what I'm saying? That was great.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
When you, me, and Henry had a problem with the bouncer in San Diego, we duked it out. It was fun. It was fun. We took care of business.
Yes, I know, and that's totally different. But that's for someone being a fucking douchebag. That's why. You know what I mean? You don't be a fucking douchebag as a fucking door guy. I know. I worked security at clubs. If you're a fucking douchebag, that's your own fucking problem, and you deserve to be knocked out. Exactly. That's very different. that has nothing to do with the grow up. You fight and then you respect each other. Yeah, that was good times in San Diego. But yeah, this movie definitely deeper meanings than just the name Fight Club, and this is definitely a 10 out of 10. Everyone should watch this movie. Everyone,
10 out of 10.
Because like I said, oh yeah, without a doubt, Edward Norton plays a great fucking role, and even Brad Pitt plays a great role too. Obviously,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Tyler Durden, that was his name. Tyler Durden.
Nice.
Fucking great fucking movie, man.
Let's do some Brad Pitt movies, man.
Sure. Fucking 1,000 movies, Jesus.
What is your favorite Brad Pitt movie?
It's a fucking tough one, man. I'm gonna have to go with, and it's funny because I literally watched this the other night. I'm gonna go with 7.
7, really? Okay.
Oh fuck, dude. So altogether, that's one of my favorite movies, just altogether ever. Okay. And he happened to be a cop in it, obviously, him and Morgan Freeman. But I don't think nothing gets much better than 7, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, one of my favorites for sure. But he has so many movies I like. It's insane. No,
true.
Yeah, man. So that's definitely it's only because I just watched it the other night. It was crazy. That's why I was like, it's funny that I put this on today. Fucking excellent film, dude.
I know. What is so underrated? What do you think is his best?
Fuck, this guy has too many movies. Besides this, I'll go so many fucking movies. I'll go with Troy. I know Troy, it's not underrated, but he was kind of the main character there too because he was Achilles. But yeah, that I'll go. I know that's not underrated, but it's definitely another one of my favorite movies. Because I feel like I lived in those times. Those are the times I feel like I lived in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we have a past history?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I lived in those times where I would fucking fight with definitely fucking swords, conquering, and all that shit. I feel like I lived in those times for sure. I'm definitely built for those times.
Yeah, I remember.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. But like I said, he has so many movies that you have plenty to pick from.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let us tell you what my favorite Brad Pitt movie is, and for me, I will have to go with. Man, you're right. He has so many good ones.
so many movies. Dude has a fucking catalog.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with this. Nobody would guess this one. Like you, I know you. How you think sometimes, and you're like, "Oh, I already know exactly what you're thinking," or whatever.
I don't know this one.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with something that I think a lot of people would not expect, but I really enjoyed this movie. It's a super long movie, and you have to really like be into like these kind of movies. But it's about life, and that one is Legends of the Fall.
That's old. Damn.
Old school, 94.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't even remember it.
Yeah, so 94 movie, Legends of the Fall, great movie. It's all about life. You just got to kind of watch it though.
Okay.
I think you'll
That's
enjoy
fair.
It. Yeah.
That's fair.
As far as underrated for me that he was in, it's a tough one as well.
Too many,
but if it's underrated, I don't know. I'm going to go with one that a lot of people would also not guess, but I think it's a really good one, and people should watch it, and that would be I guess I'll go with the Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh shit! Damn.
Another
Wow.
life, another great life.
I was
movie.
gonna say, I remember that one. Damn. That's
he
a
has a lot of
throwback.
ones like that though that are like just really good. Like when it comes to
Yeah,
like
that's
about
another
life and
throwback
stuff. Yeah,
for sure. That's another throwback, man.
exactly. All right, so that is our movie of the night, and we are watching Fight Club. For all of you that missed it, we do have Infinite Improbability AI talking and saying in the chat. Chuck Palahniuk wrote a book called Invisible Monster, and publishers said it was too dark to publish. Palahniuk thought, I can write something darker, so he wrote Fight Club, and the publisher loved it.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
No shit. That's dope.
He also says, I know a lot about this movie. Norden's character did not have a name. People just called him Jack. In the comic book sequels, he called himself Sebastian. And then Norden's character was a recall coordinator. It was making fun of the Ford Pinto. Ford said it was cheaper just to pay off the victim's family than to recall the Pinto.
Oh shit.
That was his job, I guess.
The Pinto. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. That's what it was. Remember?
Yeah.
Because he would go to the seat. That's what it was. There you go. That is dope, man.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Infinite Improbability says Chuck Palahniuk has since come out as gay. The LGBT community consider Fight Club as a gay alliance movie. It is so good because there was Palahniuk cry for help dealing with coming to terms for being gay.
No shit. I didn't know that.
That's kind of, you know what that reminds me of is the directors, the Wachowski brothers from The Matrix. After that movie, they both of them turned, they turned from men to women. They made themselves into women. They had the operation done on
Who,
them.
the Matrix one?
The Matrix directors. They were two brothers, Polish
No
brothers.
way.
The
From
Wachowski.
the director from the regular Matrix?
Yeah, the regular Matrix.
Oh,
It was two
shit.
brothers, and after the movie, they literally had a sex change.
Holy shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
It
crazy.
was almost like a cry for just being able to do what you want to do in your life type shit,
Damn. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. It is what it is.
For sure.
All right. So let us move on because we still got a little bit more to go, and we want to get into some of the crypto news because it is a Friday and the markets will be shut down in Wall Street for the weekend, but crypto does not shut down, but it tends to kind of go more towards kind of sideways during the weekend unless some big news happens. As of right now, though, we do have Bitcoin sitting at 103,399. It is down 0.90%. Like I said, it's just been going kind of sideways. Ethereum, your largest altcoin at number 2, is sitting at 2,422. It is down 3.42%, so it has dropped a little bit more on the significant side. Your fear and greed index has gone down to 43, right on that cusp of neutral and fear. So we are losing a little bit of momentum, and it is a good time to start having a little bit of a money bag to buy a little bit more while it is going into fear. That's when you start buying, because then when it gets into greed and everything is going up, you're making a lot of money. Your market cap as a whole, your global crypto market cap is at 3.21 trillion. It is down 1.28% in the last 24 hours. Your top 5 trending coins, number 1 is Ethereum, number 2 is Bitcoin, number 3 is Solana, which is down 3%, number 4 is XRP, which is down 1%, and number 5 is BGSC, which is up 2.89%. As far as your top 5 gainers, at number 1 we have Snowy Owl, which is up 3,200%. At number 2 we have Aura, which is up 1,124%. At number 3 we have Turbo Boom, which is up 413%. At number 4, we have HBC, which is up 323%. And at number 5, we have Port Finance, which is up 217%. Let me go over the top 100 and see if we have any notable mentions. At number 11, we have GameStop Coin, which is up 172%. At number 17, we have Beer, that one's up 154%. At number 21, we have Fart Coin, that one is up 151%. At number 31, we have Retard Coin, that one is up 108%. At number 40, we have Cheese Ball, that one is up 51%. At number 48, we have Auto Layer, which is up 36%. At number 62, we have DFI.money, which is up 23%. At number 73, we have Bitcoin Silver AI, which is up 21%. At number 89, we have AI Pump, which is up 17%. And last but not least, at your number 100 spot today, we have Talkin, which is up 16%. All right, guys, that is our crypto. Just wanted to kind of get into that and just let you know what the markets are doing. Now we can get into our horoscopes for tomorrow. This is going to be for June 21st, 2025. We like to kind of just go over your horoscopes throughout the day to kind of let you help to guide you along your day and, you know, just kind of see why things might be happening the way they are. Give me, excuse me. Excuse me, guys. I had to sneeze there, so I paused for that second. Okay, so for tomorrow, starting with the first house of the Zodiac, which is Aries. What feels uncertain now is bound to settle itself naturally. Tomorrow will be a day when one feels answers are too far or things are not happening fast enough. So do not try to force clarity. Give life its rhythm. Even in those days, peace comes when you stop chasing it. Trust that behind the confusion, something is aligning in your favor. All that it takes is a bit of patience and quiet faith to see the balance dawn upon you. Taurus, dare to do something different this time. Tomorrow, you may find yourself facing another situation, but this time the heart knows better. Just follow old footsteps because they feel good, make new ones. Now is the time to grow. Trust that wisdom is bringing you to this decision and choose the one which supports your peace. Gemini, stand firm while chaos surrounds you. Tomorrow might seem too fast or uncertain as things and people change swiftly. Follow your rhythm and hold your ground. Your peace comes from your steadiness, not from people's reactions. Others may rush, but you choose calm. Then we got our Cancer. Creativity is a spark worth attention. A little idea or a slight feeling might touch your heart tomorrow. Whatever it is, never kick it away, for it holds something very important. There are times when others hold your attention with much care, but at this moment, your creative attention must be on yourself. Then we got J sign, Leo. Tomorrow, the planet's rays favor clarity in conversations. So, in case an issue remains unsaid or misunderstood until now, do speak up with a gentle yet firm voice. The words you speak will carry a lot of volume and meaning, therefore, they ought to be well chosen. It might just astonish you how swiftly matters are sorted out when dealt with honesty and calmness. Virgo, listen for what is not being said. Someone close to you may not declare anything openly tomorrow, but their silence or some words will suggest something to you. Your gift lies in seeing what others do not notice. Focus on how he, she say things, their tone, body language, and pauses. Do not rush to answer. Hold that space patiently. Libra, do not rush what is yet to be combined. Tomorrow may be an exciting time filled with urges and pressures to push everything forward, but your true power lies in your calm sense of balance. A slower pace is conducive to something meaningful growing. Trust that your steady vibrations are enough. Scorpio, every act of courage will be met with new opportunities.
There you go.
Perhaps you feel drawn to keeping quiet, maintaining the status quo, and never venturing forth in bold assertiveness. But even one small courageous step will redirect your path. Whether it's speaking your truth or opening avenues to try something new, do it with your heart. Sagittarius, keep your promises to yourself. Tomorrow reminds you that your very own word has its power. You often support others with your whole heart, but now it's time to honor your word to others. At least one step will help rebuild a small amount of trust within. Do not wait for the perfect time. Make a start now. Capricorn, something concludes, gently making more room. Tomorrow brings a quiet, sudden closure thought may be working or a feeling you may have held for too long. To be setting something free is not to have failed. It is just to make way for something otherwise. You do not need to be hurrying into something new almost simultaneously. Turtle, let the conclusion wade. Aquarius, aim to be easy with yourself. No need for the pressure. Tomorrow has to be perfectly easy. Most of the time, ideas often weigh down on you with the intensity of 1,000 elephants, but peace arrives when you lighten up somewhat. Let tomorrow just roll by without a guest starring in every moment. Last but not least, we have our Pisces. Don't let a slowdown cause you to abandon your glory. Tomorrow may not yield immediate results, but that doesn't mean your effort is wasted. In most cases, growth takes place even during quiet moments. Stand by your path even when it suggests silence. You are preparing something big and it takes time. Don't allow doubts to break your rhythm. All right, guys, that is our horoscope for tomorrow, June 21st, 2025. Like I said, we like to do that to help guide you guys along the way. We also have, let's see here, Infinite Improbability AI says Palinuk wrote a short story called Guts. He did a live reading during a book tour. The story is disturbing. It caused people to pass out. You can find Guts somewhere online. There are even some YouTube videos of people reading it for the first time. Guts really is that disturbing. I have read it. I did not pass out, but I can understand why some people passed out.
Oh,
So
damn.
really,
That'd be cool to read.
yeah, maybe we can read it on the show, depending how long it is.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm interested.
That would be kind of cool. That would be
Hell
cool.
yeah. I'm definitely interested in that.
Hell yeah. Hail to the yeah. All right. Well, let us move on and get into Jay's conspiracy of the night. What do you got for us, Jay?
Well, I saw this video like a couple of years ago, and I thought about it, and I was like, all right, I want to report on it. You know, it's about you ever heard of the Teasel Princess or no?
No.
Okay, so it's about basically in 1969 in a town called damn, I can't pronounce it. It's like Re, Reykjavik. I can't pronounce. It's like Russian, but basically in a town like called Reykjavik. It's somewhere in Serbia, somewhere around that area. But they basically were digging. Some coal miners were digging, and they ended up they dug a big asshole. This is in 1969, by the way. They were digging. They went through this hole, and they found a tunnel. So they decided to walk through this tunnel, and then they saw this big, white, 8 foot long by 3 foot high, white marble like sarcophagus, bro. Like we're talking underneath in a tunnel, right? All like, obviously hidden away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were debating, obviously, whether or not to alert officials or high-ranking people, because why? What happens when you alert that? It'll disappear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they ended up they're like, all right, we got to alert them. We don't know what to do. You know what I mean? But the crazy part is what they found inside. So they were like, all right, fuck this. We alerted them. They opened the lid, and in it was a preserved woman, hence the Teasel princess, but it looked like she was sleeping. Like like it looked like she hadn't, it looked like she was like not even dead, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because so basically there was like a pink liquid that she was in, you know what I mean? And she was all preserved in it, you know? So basically when she was wearing like a translucent dress. She was perfectly preserved. Like that's the crazy part about this. And so what they did, obviously they ended up calling the officials and military, and everyone arrived, and they couldn't lift this sarcophagus because it was so heavy. So these geniuses decided, hey, let's drain this pink liquid and everything, so we'll be able to get this. As soon as the liquid drained, she decomposed. Alexa, relax. Sorry, relax. All right, so
Alexa's tripping.
Yeah, always listening. But yeah, so basically once they drained this pink liquid, you know, they were going to do tests on it, and the body just decomposed. Okay. So basically that's the liquid that was holding everything together. Like if you obviously they probably don't have any documentation on this, because they got, as soon as KGB, military, and everyone got involved, they wanted to swipe this story, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want anyone to have any recollection of this, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so as soon as they took the body, took the everything, you know, and ran the tests and stuff, couldn't find anything about this liquid. Obviously it's not from here. You know what I mean? It's definitely not from here. And when they did the tests, it determined that, you know, this person, this 800 million years old, 800 million years old. So this is why they wanted to scrap a lot of this, because you'd have to rewrite all the history books. 800 million years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what they did was they fired all the coal miners. Like, you're all fired. Get out of here. You don't know nothing about this. And a lot of the people who were involved with you know, finding this, they ended up dying in mysterious ways.
No way.
You know what oh yeah, they ended up dying in mysterious ways. They ended up putting an armed military guard around, you know, obviously KGB, all this. And then once everything got, once free speech was put into place later, like, you know, I don't know what the timeline was in USSR and all that stuff. I think it was 30 years later. But that's when people started really digging more about this, you know what I mean? And they were able to tap back into it, you know, and to spark more of a debate. And the crazy part was they ended up finding a couple more bodies similar to this, but carbon dating had them only 200 million years old. They were found like not too far away, but on an island in the middle of a lake, but very similar, not as well preserved as this one was, obviously a special one, but still 200 million years old, you know, but they could not identify this pink liquid substance. Obviously, like I said, all this predates everything that we know, you know what I'm saying? This is all ancient civilizations. Who knows where they were from? You know, this is why people who think that we're, you know, the only ones out there are crazy. You know what I mean? Because of stuff like this, you know?
Yeah.
But like, you know, you have the AI making videos and stuff, and it's just crazy to, you know, because the description of her, you know, she had like the really white skin, the really light, like blonde hair, the blue eyes, like very different, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, because one of the people that's still alive, he was talking about it, that was there. You know what I mean? That reported on it. He was like, you know, he was talking in Russian, obviously, but he was like, you know, saying a lot of stuff about how, you know, like I said, ancient times, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's just crazy that, you know, finding that, you know, buried beneath everything, you know what I mean? But in a tunnel.
Right.
You know, a nice, you know, the sarcophagus, like, you know, like I said, the 8 foot by 3 foot, you know, obviously they don't know who this person was, you know what I mean? But the carbon dating of 800 million years old it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You could pull up plenty of like videos. I watched some videos on it, like, you know, it's where different people reporting on it. You know, it's like, it's crazy, like the history of it, man. You know what I mean? But
yeah, for sure.
We have, so like I said, I've always wished about time machines and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because man, that's crazy. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Especially for a body to be preserved that long and to look excellent. That's scary.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, we don't have anything like that these days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously, that was someone of significant importance. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was.
the Teasel Princess, man.
Yeah, so
I
there
remember the
was
what?
preserved that well, huh? That's crazy.
It was perfect. Like it looked like she was asleep, until they drained that liquid.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just some crazy stuff, man. The stuff they find all over the world, bro.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is, man. But yeah, there was there was another one. I believe you brought it up earlier, the Ice Maiden, which is very similar, but it definitely wasn't as old as this one, like 800 million years old. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just a trip, though, man. That type of stuff trips me out.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, man.
Crazy stuff, brother. Crazy stuff.
Yes, sir. T-Soul Princess, bro.
And Infinite Improbability AI says, look up StuckNet for your conspiracy theory. It was world's first cyber weapon. It was how the U.S. stopped Iran from developing nuclear weapons back in 2007.
Oh shit.
StruckNet is relevant again with everything going on in Iran. It was Mr. Freeze's wife from Batman.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I remember that Batman too.
Yep. But yeah, man, cyber weapons, that's pretty much what happened in Iran with this whole, like, how they took out all these scientists over there. And I
I
don't know
don't
if you
know.
saw, Jay, there was a protest. I forgot what country, somewhere's in Europe, I want to say like 3, 4 days ago. And supposedly some kind of sonic weapon was used because all you just see on the video that this whole crowd of people had to move away from something
Yeah,
that was visible. Did you see
I
that
saw it.
video?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy. They used some
Yeah,
kind of like sonic weapon,
I
bro.
know. Remember, I reported on the dumb protest. Remember when I was like, "Why are these people protesting?" It was
Right.
the very next day.
That was crazy, dog. They used some kind of like
Well,
sonic.
it was the very next day. How else? Okay, they used a weapon on. All right, how do I get these protesters to just be quiet? And they used it.
Yeah, and that's not that's a not allowed. That weapon, whatever
Well,
they use.
it's not allowed, but it worked.
Other people moved away, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah, I remember. I saw it.
That was crazy. It is what it is. But that's why we have. That's like the beauty of. It's like a beauty but a curse as well when you have cameras on your phones, because at one point, yes, they can watch you, but another thing, you can also watch them back now when
That's the
they.
whole point, man.
So
That's
it's
what technology does, bro.
goes both ways, man.
Always.
All right. Let us move on. It is Fuck It Friday, and sometimes on Fuck It Friday we do get copyrighted. Hence, we are not on TikTok Live anymore because of that fact. But
We
what we
will be.
are doing, we will be eventually. But what we are doing for you guys on our TikTok is we are doing exclusive Sunday nights at the gym with you guys for TikTok. So
Yes.
for everybody who doesn't know, or if you have not signed up yet, please sign up to our TikTok feed. That is also Average Day Joes at Average Day Joes. We're on there on TikTok. So sign up to us on TikTok, and you will get exclusive Sunday night footage from the gym from us.
Yeah.
I might even be able to go live when I'm doing my date with Kate on TikTok sometimes, and Jay might do some cooking on TikTok for you
Yeah.
guys. But then on Monday, if you do miss the TikTok exclusive on Sunday, on Monday we will be on all the major platforms doing live at the gym as well. We might not be on TikTok at that point, but we'll be on all the other ones on YouTube, especially. So
Yeah.
yeah, you will catch us on Monday Night Live, Monday Night Live segment and Sunday night TikTok segment that we
Yeah.
will be on. Saturday night. Also, do not forget Jay is going to be doing Chef with Jeff. So he is going to cook up something real good for you guys on Saturday. So be sure to check that out as well. Like I said, it is F Friday. I do have a few videos I want to play for you guys. So the first video I do want to play for F Friday is basically since we are watching Fight Club, it is a great movie. The one I'm going to play you a clip of when I believe it's Brad Pitt's first brawl in the basement, where he kind of like shows what's his name, the other dude, like, you know what I mean, how to fight. You know what I mean?
I do.
When he shows Edward Norton like how to fight and stuff. So I will show you guys this clip first. It was a pretty cool clip, and I do love to see fighting scenes since I will be missing the UFC tomorrow since I have to work. So this is the basement brawl scene with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton when Brad Pitt first gets into the ring and fights. So check it out, guys.
Any celebrity would you fight?
So that's it.
Do you remember who he said he wanted to fight?
No.
Gandhi.
Oh, you want to fight Gandhi? That's what you said? Crazy,
yeah, because they were naming people who they wanted to fight.
I got you.
It was a great fucking film, man.
And it is such a great film that I do want to play for you one other scene from that movie as well. And this is going to be Edward Norton or his character Tyler Durden. It's going to be Tyler Durden. I think that's that Brad Pitt, right? That's his as well. Tyler.
The alter, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be Brad Pitt or the alter ego's philosophy of life, because we always do a philosophy kind of for them. For Average Day Joes, for you guys, we always do like a words of wisdom, and we end our show. So we're going to do it for you guys, but we're going to do it with the coming from Brad Pitt or Tyler Durden in this case. I'll give you guys words of wisdom by Tyler Durden today.
Yes.
So let's get into that. Let me pull that up for you guys. And then we also got Infinite Improbability AI saying, you notice Brad Pitt won every fight he was in, and Edward Norton lost every fight he was in. Definitely. Because once he realized he was Edward Norton, he was like, oh, I'm nobody. But when he was thinking when he was watching Brad Pitt, that's like, it was him. All right. Let's get into The Philosophy of Life by Tyler Durden. Should I pull it up? Let me pull that up. Perfect. All right, guys, here we go. So that was his philosophy. It's kind of hard. I forgot that this movie, that's one thing that's always hard, is that they talk very silently in the movie, so it's kind of hard to make out what they're saying when I'm trying to replay videos like that. You have to actually watch it.
Because he's talking to him. Remember, he's talking to him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. That's the whole point.
Yeah, be quiet, so it's like funny.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why when they explain, like, with the girl, Marla, you never see them all in the same scene together. Yeah, that's why I'm saying if people can't put that together, it's pretty like, come on, bro, stop. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So Infinite Improbability AI says that the only fight that Edward Norton did win against was with the exception with Angel Face.
Yeah, remember he wanted to rearrange it.
Yeah, and then he says that in the books, the guy Norton beat, the guy that Norton beat up was called Angel Face in the books.
Oh wow! Oh okay.
Crazy.
I remember he wanted to rearrange his face, and he did.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yep. All right, and for our very last F It Friday clip, since we were doing Brad Pitt movies, Brad Pitt is actually coming out with a brand new movie called F1. And it's all about, F1 racing and the Formula One racing.
Oh, shit.
It looks pretty damn tight. So I will play you guys the trailer to just kind of show you what the movie's about, because I believe it is coming out this weekend. So let me show you guys this movie. It's pretty cool. I think you will enjoy this trailer, Jay, as well, because it is all about racing, and I know that used to be part of our lives back in the day.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me get into it and show you what the movie F1 is all about, starring Brad Pitt.
Some people look at Sonny Hayes. They see a guy who lives in a van, a gambling junkie who missed his shot, the best that never was. But I see possibility.
And if you don't love me now, we'll never.
My rook is a phenomenal talent, but he's young.
Never break the chain.
You plus him, boom, I got a team.
I can't still.
When was the last time you won a race?
Sunday, Daytona.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula One.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
There's this new guy. He's old. He's such a prick. He's quick though.
Did any constructive criticism for each other? What would it be?
Don't be such an ass.
dickhead. That was constructive.
Wow.
Did you win something?
There's 20 other drivers still out on that track. Do you think any of them respect us?
They're saying Sonny Hayes isn't a has-been. He's a never was.
If the last thing I do is drive that car, I will take that life, man. 1,000 times.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One. The only place you could say, if you win, you are the absolute best in the world.
Never break the chain.
What you think, Jay? Yay or nay?
It looks good.
Yeah,
I think it looks solid
looks pretty solid.
for sure.
Infinite Improbability AI says my favorite Pitt movie is Snatch, where he played the gypsy.
Favorite what movie?
His favorite Brad Pitt movie was Snatch.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny because when I was thinking about underrated ones,
Yeah.
that's the one that I couldn't like. I was really thinking about it, and it was either going to be Snatch or the other one I mentioned, and I was really like, shit. I loved Snatch too, and it was really hard choice. But I think I mentioned Snatch in a previous Brad Pitt movie that we did, so I went with the other one on this one.
All good.
And Alyssa says, let's go see it for that F1 movie. That'll be a good one, man. Maybe we should go see that one. You know,
For sure.
look pretty cool. It's all about racing. Why not? You know, we can go cash that in that Ford XD thing, dude. I'll be off the hook, bro.
40X.
40X.
Yes.
Oh, that was close. So a couple letters backwards. All good, man. It's all good. Cool.
No doubt.
All right, guys. Shout out to the 82 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share. We got Jim Boragini in the house. He says, Mickey O'Neill. What's going on, Jim? Nice to see you on here. I'm not sure who Mickey O'Neill is. Might be like an F1 driver or something that you're trying to get at. I'm not sure. All right, so we are coming to the end of our F Friday episode. This is pretty much where we leave you guys. Jim Borgini says, I forkin' hated pikers. I don't know what that means. But this is where we leave you with our final words of wisdom, and starting with Jay and me ending it. What do you got for them today, Jay, when it comes to your final words?
Going with a simple one today. It was on my social media the other day, and I retweeted it. Circle got smaller, vision got clearer. Very, very, very self-explanatory. I noticed that, you know, when I was around more people, my vision was a little more blurred, meaning it was a lot more chaotic. As I zoned in and, you know, my, when I got my circle smaller and smaller and smaller, you know, to where it was like, okay, this is solid, you know what I mean? To who I am around all the time, talk with, converse with, everything got more clear, you know, a lot more clarity. So I noticed that I've definitely lived through that quote. That quote was by Trent Shelton, by the way. But I really noticed that throughout, especially throughout life, you know, because a lot of people really they blur your vision. Because they, you know, everyone has different ways, different roads, you know what I mean, that they're going in life. And if you're not surrounded by people who are on your same mission, it gets you off course.
Exactly.
You need a small circle. You need to have that vision clear, and you need to have clarity so you know, all right, these people are surrounded by me. You know, they know where I want to go, and either they're going to help me get there, or they're probably not in my circle. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I like that quote a lot. So I saw it the other day, and that's what I'm going with today.
Nice.
Yeah.
And to kind of just finish off with, you know, the way what you're saying, to end it off, you know, for the Average Day Joes community, just remember, guys, your spiritual journey is profoundly influenced by the souls you choose to walk alongside. The energy of those you surround yourself with weaves into your essence. It's either going to be anchoring you in stagnation, or it's going to be lifting you toward divine purpose. You have to seek companions who reflect the light you aspire to embody, those who speak truth, nurture growth, and ignite your passion for becoming your highest self. Release those who cloud your vision or dim your spirit, for they hinder the sacred unfolding of your destiny. In the dance of life, align with those who move in harmony with your soul's rhythm, propelling you closer to the Creator's design. So remember, guys, walk with the dreamers, the believers, the courageous, the cheerful, the planners, the doers, the successful people with their heads in the clouds and their feet on the ground. Let their spirit ignite a fire within you to leave this world better than when you found it. And that's a quote by Wilfred Peterson for all of you who don't know. Thank you guys so much for being on here. We got Infinite Probability AI saying, "Good dags. Do you like dags?" I'm not sure what a dag is. Do you know what a dag is, Jay?
Do I like what?
Dags, DAGS.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dags?
Dabs. Maybe he's trying to say dabs, like, you know, weed, like you take a dab.
Oh no, I don't dab.
I'm not
I
sure.
Definitely don't dab. I don't know. I don't dab, but yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. So yeah, don't forget, Saturday, Chef with Jeff. Sunday, Date with Kate, my wife. And tonight we might also have, or we will be posting a gym video for you guys as well.
Yeah, gym one later for sure.
So yeah, we will have that up for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for being on here. Shout out to the 82 people watching. We love you. Thank you so much. And as always, health, wealth, and happiness. That is our motto. Until Monday, we will be back 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. We will catch you then. Infinite Probability AI says it's from Snatch. It's how Pitt pronounced dogs.
I don't know. I didn't see Snatch, so I don't know.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, guys. Thank you again. Peace out and much love.